I'm so happy to be here. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so just, well, this is my report to the plenary. I try to be short. Our research project is about the competencies, and I'm going to explain you a little bit of an overview of the project, just to remind you what we are doing, the things that we've done, the next steps that we are working on, future data needs, and some issues and concerns that I have, and maybe you could help with. About the project, I wanted to remind you our research questions. So these were the questions that we asked, if we need new competencies or not. If we are analyzing the some university education programs, and see if the competencies that we are teaching, because I work at the university, are matching the needs in the market job offers. And then if the last question is about, it's trying to see if the market is asking for new competencies that we are not having in these programs, or that we are not identified doing this analysis. So this is what we plan to do. First, the curriculum analysis from the education programs based on the competencies. And the second part is the market analysis based on the information from job description, for doing some interviews, or we don't know yet. We haven't started this part. The thing about this project is that it's difficult to manage sometimes, because we are a lot of people. We have 21 countries involved and 24 researchers, because we have, for example, from Colombia, we have 2 people, and we have the GA students. And these are the countries. And then here we have the people, which I put just so you know, the people with the country. We have Australia, Botswana, Canada. I think it's great because we have people from most parts of the world, very distributed, from Asia, from America, Africa, Europe. And I think it's a good thing to have results that could be relevant for, even if there's a difficult thing, and it's about the context, because each country has its context and its issues and its needs, and they are all different. But I think we are starting to see some global or similar things from very different countries, and I think it's interesting. So the work done, we defined some criteria to select the education programs in the countries. Then we made a list from all the countries, so everyone involved is working for their country. They send the information, they made the analysis. So I think this is also great for me, at least. Then we made a revision of the archival competencies framework that Vicky Lemieux and Dara Hoffman published in 2018, also from an inter-pares project. And we made a proposal about this. We have like a new archival competencies framework, which is going to help us classify the competencies that we have identified from each country. So we are working now on the list of the competencies from each program, from each country, which is difficult because everyone has, their jobs, and people usually are very busy. So we are receiving the information slowly, but we have some information yet. And then our GA student which is from the UBC, is working on a methodology which for helping analyze all this data, because we cannot work, with an Excel and all of this information there. So she's going to present, she's working on a proposal, and we will review it with the whole team. The next steps. The plan is to have sooner than later a list of all the competencies from the rest of the countries that have not sent this yet, defining a methodology to analyze all this data, analyzing the data. Then we are presenting. We hope that this could they are gonna say yes, because we are presenting some of the results at the ICA conference in Barcelona in October. We have presented like a panel with people from 5 different countries. And we are going to present some of the results from each country and then make a discussion about similar things and different things and issues and concerns. And then I'd like to prepare a paper to publish our first results. For example, the revision of the competence framework, for example, with some of the researchers of the project. And then about the needs of data, we will need to start doing this now. We need to start looking for job offers and see what things they are asking and if something is changing. And we wanted to do a service to managers, to practitioners, but we need to start thinking about it. Really, we haven't discussed this with the team, and I'm planning to meet with them in the next weeks to start putting some order here and see how are we gonna do this. And then there are some concerns that I have because our progress is slower than expected. I think this is normal because we are a lot of people there with very different realities. Some of the researchers are lost. I mean, some of them just sent us the information about the programs in their countries, but now they are not responding to the competencies or so it's difficult. I don't know if maybe we may need to redefine the research, or instead of doing the analysis of all these 21 countries, just do it, or less countries. I don't know.
Lots of countries don't have this concept of defining the competences within a program.
Well, yeah, this is another concern.
So they might be embarrassed by the question. How do we answer this? What does it mean?
They call it with different names, but yeah, some of them maybe don't have it. But for example, in Japan, they don't call these competencies, but they call it in a different way, and they send the information. But yes, this is another concern that
I don't think in Italy the archival program at Sapienza has the competences.
No, you don't have it?
I don't think so.
I don't know, because I think in Europe, because of the regulation, maybe.
Well, I don't know, but I do remember last time I was there that they were arguing against the concept of competences.
Okay, or
saying that they provide knowledge. It is not professional programs, they're academic programs.
We also have a discussion within the group, and some of the researchers made a first brief research about the concepts. What we are we are saying when we say competencies or knowledge or all of these words, because
give alternative words when you ask the question.
And the how do you say the results, the resultados de aprendizaje, Richard?
Yeah. The result
learning
of
outcomes.
Learning,
the
yeah,
study,
exactly. Like learning outcomes, and so we put sub-order then there with these researchers that made these definitions. But yes, this is not easy, because some of the countries, well, as I said before, the contexts are very different, the regulations, the names, the languages, no? So it's difficult sometimes to manage all of these things. And also, yeah, because about the job analysis, I think it's very challenging, because I don't know in the other countries, but in Spain, it's I don't know how to manage this, how to follow all the job offers that they publish. You know, it's like really difficult. And I was thinking that maybe we may need more people, or some, I don't know, some research.
Most jobs in Italy are national competitions.
Yeah, here too.
And this means that the description is extremely vague. It's basically the description is the name of the position plus the list of the subject matters you have to study.
And there are no functions or
no.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think
would
it's
be
difficult.
state archivist, knowledge required, administrative law, public law.
Because they make like an
make a list of
exam,
subject. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't really help, because we are basically asking, but the group is asking questions based more on a North American environment, English-speaking environment, and a few other countries. But most countries don't have that kind of learning outcomes. Learning outcomes, even in Canada, was a new thing 10 years ago. So it's only 10 years that we have in the syllabi learning outcomes. We just have what it is that you study. That's it.
Yeah.
But in Italy,
we
there
have
are
some
no learning
problems
outcomes.
Jim,
in Spain we have this, yes, too. We also have other kind of job offers, but yeah, I understand what Luciana is saying.
Jim?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So this conversation reminds me of some of the conversations that Anahí and Richard and other members of the team have navigated in the study team meetings. The different realities that Anahí has mentioned a couple of times is part of the challenge. In terms of the competencies specifically, or the from the perspective of job advertisements, I'm wondering, I know Moises is part of this study, Anahí. Do we have findings from his study on literacy? Because literacy would give us significant insight into what might actually be competencies, I think. And literacy, I think Moises is starting from a Brazilian or Latin American perspective, but also heavily involved in Europe. So that might be one of the ways that we can start to bridge that divide, that gap. Just
I can ask him.